Hey y'all, this is James the Old Goat here, and this is an unboxing video of the iSiler induction burner available on Amazon. I bought this to try it out with my solar generator and to possibly use for camping, so I unboxed it to give you a good look at the product, and then I did some experimenting with it, and so here's the unboxing. Okay, so this first photo shows me just holding up the box, and there it is, looking down on it on my little bamboo table, and there's the top as I'm beginning to open it up and looking down into the box. It's a nice looking unit. It's packed very well in these sort of soft foam pieces, easy to put back in the box. There it is without the padding through the wrapper. And there's the bottom. Not much to see on the bottom except for a fan vent. And now there's the unit, and there were three inclusions. We have the owner's manual, and then this little add-on that says if I register it or if I take a survey that I could get a free pot and lid. I just have to go to the website, and I could not find the survey, so I emailed them and told them what I was looking for, and I said that I had made an unboxing video, and they said, well, if you put the unboxing video on our website, then we'll send you a code for a pot and lid on Amazon. That wasn't really the hoop that I had been asked to jump through, but since I was making the video, I figured I could post it for a free pot, which may or may not be this one. And then this is just a little like magnet that you can use to test your cookware to see if it should work with the induction burner or not. And there's the unit. It's got about a 3-foot long cord on it. And now let's get into it and test it out. Okay, so here's one of my frying pans. See, it sticks. Plug it into the jackery. Turn on the AC. Okay. All right, it beeped because it's got power. Now I'm going to turn it on and switch the mode, and I'm going to turn it down. Oops, it says no pot, no pot. Okay, it's 1,000. I'm going to start with, I don't know, 500 watts. And jackery says it's drawing 587 to 546, so between 500 and 600 watts, going up and down. Let's see. Yeah, it's feeling warm. I'm going to put some water in here. Okay. I'm going to switch to temperature. It's on 380. I'm just going to put it down. $200, that's just below boiling. Okay, it's drawing, the same, under 600 watts. Sometimes it drops down. Oh yeah, it's getting hot fast. Okay, on this level, it does not seem to ever go above 600 watts. It'll generally be maybe 550 or so, and sometimes it will drop down. I think the induction burner turns off and back on. I'm going to try turning it up above the boiling mark. 220, water boils at 212. So let's see what it does here. Actually, I'm going to turn it back down to 200. I want to wait until it stabilizes and see what the power consumption does. It started at 100% charge on the Jackery. It's now down to 97%. So, 199. So it's hard to tell. It could have used between 1 and 3%. Let's see if I have a thermometer. I have this meat thermometer. I'm not sure how accurate it will be for this purpose, but let's see. And it's going up. Still drawing, up to about maybe 550 watts, 530. Okay, right now I'm getting bubbles on the bottom of the pot. The thermometer says it's about 160. So let's go ahead and boost it up to, let's say 300. See what happens here. Okay, power went over 600. Doing maybe 610, 615 watts draw. Water actually is boiling, so I'm not trusting my thermometer here. We must be over 200 if it's boiling. Let's just get rid of this. Yeah, we've got a strong boil here. Still just over 600 watts. Let's turn it back down to 200. Okay, still steadily consuming power. Jackery's down to 94%. So while it's heating well, obviously uses a lot of electricity for that heat. Let's see, if I turn it down to say 160, what's going to happen? Okay, well, yeah, power's still drawing about 500 or so. Okay. I expected it to actually fall down. It actually fluctuates between maybe 500 and 0, so it seems to be spending longer and longer periods turned off. Okay, the fan on the Jackery just turned off, making me think that the power draw has really dropped. Okay, it's on like 1-2 watts now. Okay, I guess it's decided that the pan is up at temperature, so the burner is not really drawing a lot of power or any power. Okay, let's turn it back up. See how long it takes to get back to boiling. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Certainly drawing the power again. Now the only thing, the Jackery can only provide 1,000 watt continuous power, and this can actually draw 1,800 watts of power. So you could not run this at full power, as the Jackery will just shut down. Okay, starting our boil again. I'm going to switch back to, well, there's watts mode, put in 1,200 watts. I'm going to put 600 watts. Okay, still drawing about just under 600 watts. Let's turn it up to 1,000 to see what happens. Boiling vigorously. Okay, the power 700. It's interesting, even though the power is set to 1,000 watts, it's only pulling 700 watts. Go to 1,100. Okay, sometimes it's like 805, 806, 1,200. Boiling very furiously. Okay, now we're getting close to 900 watts. Let's see. Set it to 1,300 watts. Okay, we're getting close to 1,000 watts. 979, 990, 982. 90%, so just in a few minutes, used a lot of juice. Try 1,400. Okay, now here the fan is cut on for the burner. Okay, we're just 1,000, 1,015, 1,021. Okay, let's try 1,500 watts. You see 1,028, 991, 1,056, I think. I think the Jackery will be shutting down for excessive power draw in a moment. No, still just over 1,000. Let's try 1,600. $1,022, 1,036, 999. Let's try 1,700. It's interesting, it doesn't seem to be drawing much more than 1,000. I don't know if that's just because the Jackery is just only providing that. Certainly getting a very strong boil here. I don't want to boil my pan dry. Let's add a little more water here. Okay, you see that stopped the boiling. Okay, 1,080 watts, that may be causing it to draw more power. I don't know. Okay, down to 1,019. All right, let's go ahead and do maximum power, 1,800 watts. And still the Jackery is hovering just between 1,000 and 1,050 watts. So that's good that it's able to cook and not shut down. Down to 84% though, so it's just really killing the battery. Okay, we're boiling again. I'm going to shut it back down. Oh, it's 100 watts. I was trying to do temperature. Let me go down to 200. Okay. And there our power is back in the 500 watt range. Well, I just did a nice first test of the iSiler induction burner, just with a frying pan and some boiling water on the Jackery. And I did not start the video, it was still in photo mode. So I'm not going to run through it all, but basically I just plugged it in, turned on the Jackery power, and this comes to life. It says it has power, so I turn it on, and it, by default, I think, starts up at maybe 1,200 watts. Is it on? Come on. Oh, you have to hit the function. There we go. And it starts at 1,200 watts, which the Jackery really only is supposed to power things up to 1,000 watts for continuous use. So it's only drawing 900 watts. Now this pan is already hot. I was boiling the water. You should see this water begin to boil again in just a second or minute. Seeing little bubbles on the bottom of the pan. If you look at it in temperature mode, it says it's set to 380 degrees. Turn that down to 240, which is above the boiling point of water, which is 212 Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's starting to boil now and drawing about 560 watts. Now in my experiments, I probably used it for 10 or 15 minutes. It pulled 17% of the Jackery's power, or 170 watt hours, but my feeling is that that would be enough to, cook a dish, or, maybe if you were frying eggs, you could do that several batches, or boil water, or cook pancakes, something like that. But definitely uses the juice, but I like this because it seems much safer, especially if you're cooking inside of a camper, than pulling out a gas stove and hooking up to the gas and having a flame, which I've done many times. But I like the idea of the electric. It's very thin, so it doesn't take up a whole lot of room. Probably two of these will be the same size as my Coleman gas stove, and wouldn't require the gas tanks, of course. And another thing, it takes a lot less surface area, I could fit two of these side by side, whereas my stove would pretty much take nearly the entire width of that. We had the stove and then the gas bottle or the hose going to it. Yeah, it's coming a real strong boil here, so I'm just going to shut it down, and that's the end of this demo for now. Is the video going? Yes! Okay, after I experimented with it boiling the water, I took it in and just sat it on my stove and plugged into the house power and cooked a hamburger on it, and it worked great. So I can recommend this iSiler induction burner. I'll try to remember to put the link. It is not an affiliate link. I'm not making any money off of this, but I would appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Okay, thanks.